Bonjour everyone, welcome to another diecast showcase. It's going to be today a little showcase of a recent thrift store haul. I did pick up quite a lot of stuff, so I did kind of discard the stuff that I'm going to be making a little loose car bag out of to sell. Probably a dozen cars that I gave to my daughter, and still left with a nice little haul of different things from wheel donors to beaters to all kinds of different things, vintage, newer. So yeah, without further ado, we'll go through what I found. So I'm gonna start off with an old vintage piece here, talking about this very pink majorette camper. So this camper, this is going to be the second one I add to my collection. I do have the blue variation of this, kind of like a medium blue. This one is like hot pink, like really, really hot pink. Definitely not perfect condition. You see the metal base here is kind of tarnished, and we do have some roll issues on this one. Axle is definitely very rusty, but all in all, I mean, it's just the kind of piece that I'm gonna be. It's gonna be like backdrops and kind of like a diorama accessory kind of thing going on. But overall, pretty cool piece. Very heavy. This is all plastic, obviously. The box in the back, and front kind of looks like a mid '90s Ford truck, kind of like a Econoline kind of looking thing, in my opinion, at least. So yeah, pretty cool little addition there to the vintage majorette stash. I'm going to look. Oh yeah, I did get a couple of these basically. These are going to be wheel donors, but I actually managed to pick up two identical Dodge Chargers, Valvoline liveried number 10 stock cars, NASCARs. These are really cool because they're rubber tires, roll really well. So these wheels are definitely going to be put to good use on other castings. So I'm not a big collector of NASCAR, so these are strictly kept for the wheels, and yeah, we'll do something with that for sure. Another wheel donor I am happy to pick up because I love these wheels. Would be this old Blackwall Hot Wheels Phaeton. This is definitely beat up. The roof is missing. This is broken right here. Broken off, but you got the black walls with the black wall wheels with the white wall tires on there. So those wheels I really do love, and I'm definitely going to be reusing on another casting. Giving some old school flavor to something that may not have the best choice in wheels. I mean, this thing's pretty beat up, and it's kind of a shame because this is definitely, if I were to pick up this casting, this is the variation I would go with the matte brown, kind of like the semi-ghosted flames on there with the black surround. And it is a metal on metal cast. We're talking about an older piece and definitely a heavy piece. As you can see, well, hard to see a little bit, but we got a 1999 casting license on this one. And yeah, so another wheel donor. Got a few sheds there that I picked up. Best shed I think I picked up is definitely the this older Nissan Skyline R34 GTR. This thing is beat up to hell, but the roof is pretty straight. It's pretty much all there. Plastic wings on there. It's just the paint that's a mess, and this thing definitely needs new axles, new wheels. You can see the rust from those axles all over the place. This thing probably slept in a little bit of water for a while. But yeah, another cool diorama piece basically. Look good on a back of a flatbed, kind of like a field diorama or something of that nature. Wheels are pretty nondescript there, and the axles are literally toast. I mean, this thing rolls, but I mean the axles are so soft. If we're talking about the metal of it, I mean, you can literally just bend the axle as if there was as if there was no resistance whatsoever. So yeah, definitely a project, but a cool one, you know. Everybody loves the Skyline, so put that in the end there. What else? Oh yeah, got this little tiny sign too, you know. Well, it's always cool, a little prop. What else do we have here? Yeah, I picked up this little guy here. Thought it was a fantasy casting, but ends up it's actually a Hyundai Spider concept car. So plastic base, metal body, with the worn out PR5s that I'm assuming used to be either gold or silver, probably gold. But yeah, cool little concept car. It's different. Um, yeah, it's one that I had not seen or picked up before. So wheels are pretty straight. This one actually rolls okay despite the rusty axles. So yeah, it's a cool thing. You know, it's a real car. It's just a concept car, basically. Um, I did manage to pick up my first variation of this specific cast. It's not the variation that I was looking for, but views of the fact that besides the grime on it, it's in pretty good condition. I did decide to retain this really cool Metro Rail, sorry, based on the Nash Metropolitan. We actually saw a another version of it released through the Legends Tour, the Nash basically. So this is kind of like a stretch drag version as opposed to kind of like the rusty but trusty like rat rod looking version that you see there. I really wish this was the first release, which is in the exact same color scheme of kind of like aqua turquoise and white. You know, but this livery is pretty cool. Again, you know, these have rusty axles, and this one is super grimy, super grimy. These are as found, guys. I did not take the time to clean, detail, or anything like that. This is strictly as found. This is a really cool cast, really cool drag car. And the wheels are in really good condition too. Yeah, it's got some sandbox time for sure. So you actually have the little Metropolitan tag there. That's pretty cool. Nicely detailed cast as well. You know, big engine in gray, probably matches the interior. The base in chrome, gray bumper on the back. Wheelie bars that are the wheelie bars that are still there. You know, very red, white, and blue. But I like this. I like this casting, and it's a cool livery. Let's see. We have. Oh yeah, I managed to pick up this one. This is pretty cool actually. First time I find one of these, the little Hot Wheels go-kart. This is so cool. Such a cool one. Obviously, you know, as you can see, there's rusty axles again. It's a plague of this haul, but I mean, it's complete. It's all there. Seat's a little bit crooked. There we go. Good. So, correction, seat is all nice and straight. Yeah, really cool little cast, honestly. Very cool little cast. Very happy to get this in the collection. Because I wouldn't have dished out for one on card that I'd actually have to pay like a more or less reasonable price for. I'm just happy to find one loose, and you know, the gray and green works really well as well. So obviously could use a new set of wheels. The axle is slightly bent, but on these they're pretty easy to straighten out, so it's not too bad. Yeah, there we go. It's pretty straight. Pretty straight. So yeah, cool little thing, and it's surprisingly heavy for the size it is. Big metal. Most of it is metal. I mean, the only thing that's not metal besides the wheels is pretty much the seat. It's all metal construction besides that. So we'll put this guy with a little sign. That's easy to fit in. And yeah, we move on to, oh yeah, this one is pretty cool as well. Finally, I am a big fan of the 56 panel van, 56 Ford panel van. And I do like the older casting like this with the opening front clip. That was a weird sound, but yeah. Again, slightly rusty axles. This one rolls very well though. This one, there's no problem whatsoever with it rolling. It's got the Harley deco, which, you know, I'm not super, you know, fanboying out on, but I mean it's a cool livery, and it's very popular. Definitely is a plus value. Not in the best condition, you know. There's quite a few flea bites all over the place, but you know, overall, it's the pre-retool of this with the opening hood. It looks really good. The engines are nicely detailed, and yeah, it's a cool beater. Very cool beater. So put that there. Um, yeah, I think the oldest one I probably picked up, and the ones that I'm actually going to keep, would be this really cool black wall metal on metal sheriff car, cop car. So it's kind of like a mix of Mopar and Chevy from the Malaise era, the second half of the 70s. Definitely a very nice cast overall. Obviously, you know, I wouldn't expect this thing to be in mint condition from a thrift store. You know, this is kind of condition, you know, that even in an antique store it would be acceptable. Here's your base. So as you can see, 77 licensing on this casting, and it's got the Malaysia base as opposed to the Hong Kong ones. Not as desirable as the Hong Kong based version, but you know, overall tampos are all there. You know, everything's there. Very heavy compared to the modern day Hot Wheels, and I mean, all the posts are straight for the roof. They're not broken. You know, this is it's a good little beater car. So I'm very happy to have that. I didn't have a version of that cast in the collection, so I'm happy about that. Let's see. I picked up a couple of trucks as well. We'll start with the newer version of the truck in question. Won't be too long, guys. Just trying to straighten out roll bar here, but yeah, overall it's pretty much the best I'll be able to do. But here we go, kind of like a little S10, Chevy S10, like a stock truck or a NAS truck with the construction wheels. Not sure what they call this casting exactly, but I mean it's definitely like either an S10 or a GMC Sonoma, the GMC equivalent. So it's complete. It's there. Roll cage is there. It's got some diving equipment in the box, which kind of looks weird on an NAS truck, but you'll soon see where that originates from. So really cool flame livery. You got all the sponsors. Number 8, chrome base, gloss black body. Nice big old. Oh, actually no, it's not even a scratch. It's just dirty. Okay, cool. Either way, I'm gonna have to clean these. Roll bar in the back is a little bit bent, but you know, overall not in too bad of a condition. The wheels are definitely the axles are definitely tired because the wheels just go right into those fenders. So, but yeah, maybe a wheel swap candidate or something of that nature. Who knows? We'll see. We'll see what we come up with. Yeah, I actually had also in another bag the older version of it. So if we compare them side by side, obviously you've got the construction wheels on the older one, the yellow one on top, compared to the newer off-road wheels. You've got also, biggest difference is the base, metal on the old one, and plastic on the new one. This one's also very complete, very good condition actually. You've got the rescue theme on the older one, which is why there's that diving equipment in the back. Basically, it's kind of like a, you know, I guess a lifeguard type of thing going on, and the light bar on this one is actually very straight and still very tight against that back part of the cab. So definitely very cool to have the old and the new next to the other. So yeah, we'll, oh, you know what, last truck that I have, if we're talking about the Hot Wheels here, and actually I think the whole haul is the best variation of the Studebaker pickup truck. You've got the Goodyear yellow lettered wheels, 5 spokes, all black, and tampos back and front. So I have this one, the multi-pack exclusive, that's still available in some multi-packs right now. But this is the variation that I actually wanted, so I almost bought the grab bag just for this casting alone, because this is the variation that, you know, it really ticks all the boxes for me. Clean livery, details where they need to be, you know, kind of like stock car looking type of finish on it. If we're talking about the overall, you know, the bed liner and the wheels, the side exit exhaust, you know, it's definitely a really cool truck, and I'm very happy to finally add it to the collection. Last 2 Hot Wheels that we have, actually no, we have 3 more Hot Wheels actually. Yeah, 3 more Hot Wheels. So we'll check out a couple of muscle cars. Did manage to pick up my favorite Chevy muscle car, which would be the 68 Nova. Not in the best condition, but I mean, when I see one of these, I can't pass it up. I love this body style so much. The 68 to 72 is really my favorite Nova. This one, I haven't seen this livery before, and most of the tampo work, if we're talking about the black portion of the tampo work, is actually missing off that dark gray paint. Let's get this thing into focus. There we go. So you got remnants of side details for the indicators, obviously front and back, no details, which is to be expected with the muscle car flaunting a chrome base. You've got the big 427 style hood with the hood pins done. Yeah, not a bad livery. Nice little beater muscle car. I'm starting to have a nice lineup of a beater muscle car for I'm saving for future junkyard diorama that I'm gonna have to figure out, because it's definitely a good way to display cars that are not in the best conditions, but castings that are really enjoyable to have in a collection. So it's definitely gonna come up eventually. Another casting that tampo work is not in the best of conditions, but it's one of my favorite Hot Wheels castings. If we're talking about muscle cars, the infamous XA GT Falcon. Good old Aussie muscle. Wheels definitely need refinishing. Tampos are partially absent. Definitely some details to be added to the front and the back, but overall, I love this cast. Love the fact that the interior lends itself to the black grille, as well as the black insert for the filler panel where you have the rear lights and all that good stuff. So you got the little wing there, and from what I can see, it would be a GT 351, so a 5.8 liter V8. It's a very nice paint color as well. It's got a lot of flake. It's kind of scratched up, but you know, overall, another one of those beater muscle cars, you know, like a project, future project car. Last Hot Wheels I picked up is one that I'm pretty happy to pick up because one, I love the model, and two, this is a variation I did not have that has a really cool feature on it. We are talking about the Lotus Esprit. This would be the final Lotus Esprit with the twin turbo 3.5 liter Rover V8. It's got the staggered PR5s, Lotus logo on the front, nice dark blue color with a very light gray interior, and a plastic wing. I do have the one of the first editions of these that's black with the tan. Big difference between this version and the one that I have is that this one has the rear tampos, which mine does not have. And I'm honestly not sure which one is older in between this one and the one I actually have. And the one I have, I mean, I picked up on pegs probably, I don't know, 15 years ago plus. So it's, well, more than that, probably even 20 years ago. This one, though, 2001 licensing, so it's got to be close to a first edition. I'm going to have to check on Hot Wheels, on the Hot Wheels wiki, just to see which edition this is, but darn, did a good job on that rear tampo work. I'm really happy to get another Lotus in the collection. We're gonna finish off now. I've got about half a dozen Maisto cars that I picked up, and one Motormax. Motormax I'm not super thrilled about, but you know what? It's a model car I did not have in the collection, and you know, oddballs, you know, are always a favorite of mine. Got this panel cruiser, which is basically a PT Cruiser concept with the panel, kind of like what they did also with the HHR from Chevy later on, you know. But yeah, so this is the concept version with the bumper delete and or the smoothed out bumper at least. And you can recognize the Motormax 525 spokes on here, which are not super nice, but you know, Motormax does a decent job at least incorporating the major details one would expect, as in fog light, headlight, rear lights, and a little bit of badging. Plus in this case, they did the door handles, or maybe the door handles did themselves with the paint flaking off. But either way, I mean, that's my only it's my only Motormax that I picked up. The other cars that I picked up, yeah, as mentioned, they're pretty much all going to be Maisto. Half a dozen of them to be exact. Well, actually 7, seemingly. So a couple that you know, they're cars that I already have a version of, either Maisto in a different color or you know, from another brand. Example, this Porsche Panamera. Do have the police version from Hot Wheels, as well as the Sport Turismo Hybrid E version in a couple different colors. So pretty nice job. Obviously, normally Maisto will do the front lights on some castings. In this case, since the car's silver, wouldn't have really shown anyways. Red from the rear lights kind of coming off, but overall, you know, the paint's pretty much 99% intact. There's no flea bites in any way, shape, or form. You know, obviously the wheels are definitely far from great, but it's kind of a cool cast. It's my only civilian version of the Panamera, so pretty happy about that. I did manage to pick up another Porsche from Maisto. This one would be the 996. Yeah, window's a little bit out of place on the corner here, but not that bad. This one definitely, the paint's not as well preserved, but the color is really nice, at least in my opinion. I like this blue green. Kind of reminds me of a greener version of the Mazda Montego Blue that came out on the FDR X7. Kind of had a color swing from blue to green, and this would be kind of like the intermediate shade of color that was on there. So this one does not have an interior, as same thing for the Panamera. And Maisto cars mostly don't have interiors in the recent few years, but some of them, if you're lucky enough, you can actually have pick up a version of a car that will have an interior and that was later deleted out for cost-saving purposes. Example, this C5 Corvette in yellow. I do have it in silver as well. And my last thrift store haul video, I had managed to pick up 2 other silver ones that were in mint condition. One like this with the clear windows and the interior, and another one with the blacked out windows like the Porsche that I just showed you. So yeah, this is a cool cool one. It would be a cool candidate for a wheel swap, and with a few details. The proportions are really good, and it's a fairly heavy cast for Maisto. For a Maisto fresh metal, good thick quality metal on here. So base is pretty flimsy, as are the wheels, but you know, with the one of these sets of NASCAR wheels on there, I think it would look phenomenal. Let me know what you guys think. I mean, obviously, technically, NASCAR wheels of this size would not clear the brake size on the Corvette, but hey, you know, it is a Maisto at the end of the day, so we can permit ourselves a few creative liberties, right? Yeah, so finish this off quick there. I did pick up another Mopar concept car. This is the, what is this called again? The Super 8 Hemi concept. I remember when this came out, actually. In the early 2000s. This was kind of like a precursor or a design study for the Magnum and the 300 that came out in 2004 actually. the 2004 model year, should I say. Again, this one has no interior. It's a really interesting looking car. And I do have a Maisto Charger as well as a Maisto 300, so that'll go well with that. So yeah, decided to keep that one. It's in fairly good condition. You know, got a few details that look nice. Another Mopar that I picked up. I did have this one in orange and pretty much mint condition, but I really wanted the green version to make a custom of. Obviously, these wheels have to go. And I do have a Maisto Premium Challenger, the newer version, with stock wheels and rubber tires. And those are going to be going on there, that's for sure. Going to delete the tampos, add a bunch of details. And it's going to give us pretty much the look of a, you know, Resto Mod modern Hemi swapped. This would be a 71, 72 CUDA. So I think it's a CUDA, right? I think it's a CUDA. Yeah, Plymouth Hemi CUDA. There you go. So yeah, love the color on this one. The Sublime Lime always looked great. And last piece that I picked up, and this one is strictly going to be for a little detailing job, is the 2015 Mustang GT. It's got no tampos whatsoever, except for a touch of silver on that prancing horse, or that running horse, or whatever you want to call it. Yeah, it just needs a few details. Oh yeah, you do have the rear panel, filler panel as well, that's done with the GT logo. So yeah, that's going to be fun to detail out. And I mean, it's a fairly good cast. It's about 1/60th scale as opposed to 1/64, but you know, not bad overall. So yeah, there you go. That was my humble thrift store haul. Just take the PT Cruiser out of there. Put the PT Cruiser over here. And get this little cart situated here. I don't put it right on top here. That'll be funny. So there you go. Pretty much all I have to show for today. So hopefully you enjoyed checking out these finds with me. Kind of like a nice full table. So yeah, if you enjoyed, oh actually, darn, I almost forgot, guys, almost forgot. This was the Maisto cast I was keeping for last, because I'm really happy to pick it up. I actually picked up this Mark IV Jetta, which is not a casting that's been done a whole lot in 1/64th scale. I mean, the Golfs, you got quite a few, but the Mark IV Jettas, not so much. Pretty clean, you know, it's got a few flea bites here and there. Definitely lacking some rear lights, but that's cool because you can actually choose to put the early or later tail lights on there, so that's pretty cool. And yeah, the front's not too bad, you know, just needs some grill work, and obviously it needs a wheel swap. So this would look great with the, you know, lowered with some BBS style wheels, obviously. We'll see if I can muster up a set of that, but nice dark blue metallic paint. Very nice metallic flake in there. This is a nice color from Maisto. I do like this one. So yeah, I almost forgot to show you this one, but this is definitely my pick of the Maisto. Yeah. Okay, for real this time, we'll end the video there. There you go. And again, if you enjoyed the video, hit that like button. Subscribe to be advised of future uploads on my behalf. And yeah, comment your feedback. Tell me what you think. Any of these pieces that you're looking for in your collection, any you have, what was your favorite? You know, definitely I'm happy with the haul, and I'll take the opportunity to wish you a great weekend. Hopefully your pegs are full, you find what you're looking for. Stay safe out there. Happy hunting. Take care. Catch you on the next one. Bye.